How's it going? Digital DIY Geek here, and this has been a very long, rough 2018 for me. Stay tuned. How's it going? In this video, I just want to really just talk to you about basically, I guess, what's been going on in 2018, because I know I haven't posted a YouTube video for this specific channel in a while. I know with some of my other videos that really didn't require me to be super upbeat and people just want the facts and things like that, I was able to do that. But as far as like getting on camera and being super excited and super happy, I know I didn't do that with this channel because, Digital DIY Geek is like, something I want to, it's not just a side project. I want it to become the project. So I didn't want to, I guess you can say, I just really wasn't feeling it. In 2018, I had a heck of a year. In the beginning of the year, I started out super excited, as you can tell from the videos. I quit my job. After I quit my job, everything was going smooth for the most part. Then, I had the car trouble, which really wasn't a big deal. That type of stuff, you kind of roll with the punches. That's just life. But not too long after that, I found out that I had an issue with my heart, which was basically like, I don't know, it messed with my head. And I don't know if you can relate, but if you know someone or if you yourself went to the hospital and found out there's something wrong, then obviously it seems like you tune in to every time you hear that condition come up, you tune into it, and it's like, it just messed with your head in a way I can't explain. So after I got past that, I was going back and forth to the doctor. I actually was in the hospital for about the better part of a week until they figured out what was wrong. Comes to find out that, honestly, my heart wasn't bad. The reason why my heart was messing up is because I have sleep apnea. And if you don't know what sleep apnea is, it's basically like you stop breathing when you sleep. And as a result, your heart gets less oxygen, it works harder. So when you wake up, your heart is like racing like you've been working out, but it's due to it's trying to pump the blood and it's not getting enough oxygen in. So as a result, I wind up, having some damage done to my heart. I think they call it a palpitation or something like that. Basically is where now I just have to take medicine. And if I don't take that medicine, then my heart rate will jump up, meaning I can literally walk from right here where I'm standing at in the studio where I'm recording this stuff to the bedroom, and my heart will be racing as if I just ran a mile or something like that. So now I'm on a heart pill for that, which again, honestly, if you know me putting medicine in my body is very, very hard. I mean, I'm the dude that was in a motorcycle accident with no gear on and refused to take pain medicine because I honestly think medicine do more harm than good. So when the doctor told me you have to take this to stick around, it was like, yeah, that was a hard blow to say the least. After that, I kind of bounced back from that. I guess you can say I bounced back from it for the most part. Like even today, I mean, like I said, it's not something I can explain, but if you ever have something that go wrong with you, hopefully you don't, but if you do know or you have something already, then you understand explicitly what I'm talking about, because it's like somebody can say something and it'll make you think about, it just take you off the rails. So after that, I wound up soon after I quit my job, I had these big grandiose plans of how I was going to be able to do videos every single day and honestly just enjoy life and cut back on some of the drama, because up to that point, being an operations manager, I was stressed out. I was, when you're responsible for over 100 people and all these different sites, and some of them are city sites, and you're dealing with very arrogant people, and they're looking down on you because they feel like your job ain't as good as their job is, it becomes a tug of war. Then you're dealing with over 100 officers who all have lives, who all have personal stuff, who some bring their personal life to work and all the other nonsense. So it was just time for me to go. So shortly after I did quit, my mom's wound up getting sick. So me and my sister started doing the back and forth with her, because once she got sick, we started doing the back and forth. Like, We did shifts at the hospital. She at the hospital, I'm at the hospital. When she left, I came. So we just did the rotation like that. Then after that, once she got out the hospital, she went to a rehab facility where she was supposed to be getting better to get her strength back so she can go home. Because basically the medicine they gave her, then things just went wrong. So needless to say, she wound up not going home. We wound up having to take her back to the hospital. She had basically the day she was supposed to have been going to the hospital was an emergency. So I guess a line of communications got mixed up or whatever. So my mom's wound up going back to the hospital. Then the next day, which was November 6th, my sister called me. So she didn't call me. She actually texted me 911, which, I kind of knew stuff was finna go wrong because my sister never used 911. Long story short, obviously I lost my mom on November 6th. So after that happened, I was kind of mad. I was mad at the world, honestly, if I'm being completely honest with you. I didn't care about posting a video. I didn't care about what I should be doing. I didn't care about any of that stuff. And I was just mad, to say the least. So I didn't understand. I really didn't get. I know you one of those people that believe everything happened for a reason. I honestly didn't see the reason for that. And then have to sit down and tell my nephew that she gone and all this other stuff, and then figure out how we were finna do the house and all this other stuff. It was a drag. It was mentally and physically draining. And, at that specific time when she left, the family was not in the best place. So it was like, what's really going on? So, long story short, I really wasn't feeling it. Like right now, my watch is going off telling me to take my medicine for my heart. But, yeah, I just wasn't feeling it. So I literally used to sit at the thing with her and just, we'll be talking and I'll be on my laptop doing a project and she'll, we will have, it would be cool. And I know you probably go back and watch some of my videos and be like, he's never said this many times. But honestly, this is a tough topic for me. I'm not, an emotional person. I'm not a, share my feelings type person. However, I do believe that, I can't be gone as long as I was gone and come back and just create videos as if nothing happened. I feel like, I owe you more than let me show you how to do this quick thing. I really did this for two reasons. One, I hope I encourage you because, as entrepreneurs, people think that, the plans that we work out are always going to be the way it's supposed to be. But sometimes what people fail to realize is, life hits hard and sometimes life is going to get in the way. And if you truly want to be an entrepreneur or you want to be successful at your job honestly, it doesn't even just have to be entrepreneur. For me, it's entrepreneur. For you, this might just be a side hustle on your corporate climb to the top. Honestly, it doesn't matter. I'm not one of those people who think jobs are horrible and we should all work at a 9 to 5. I don't believe that. However, I did go back to work after my mom passed. Sitting around the house having nothing to do was really, really, really messing with my head. So to keep myself busy, I did go pick up a little supervisory job. It's nothing spectacular. It's nowhere near the stress level that I had when I was an operations manager, but I needed to get out the house, honestly. Like that's what it boiled down to. I really, really needed to get out the house. And being back at work, I kind of realized that I miss work. I'm probably not the best person to quit their job because what I realized is you quit your job and you're on a specific budget until the business take off, you have more time to dedicate to the business. But because I guess you can say I'm an analytical thinker or, I'm always thinking about business. I'm always thinking about, how can I go faster? How can I go further? What can I do different? What can I tweak? How can I push myself? And what I realized is that you have to be able to turn your mind off. And for me, honestly, I struggle with turning my mind off. Unless I'm sitting down and I'm meditating or, forcing myself to sit down and meditate or something like that, I have a very hard time with shutting my mind down. Even when I'm with the kids, like if I'm with the kids and we're playing, I have to consciously tell myself, flip the switch off for business and be present with the kids, because I got the type of kids that'll call me out on it. So, you know, I'm not of the opinion that kids don't have a voice, or, you know, I just don't believe in that. So my kids know if they feel some type of way about something, they can, call me out on my stuff. I don't think, you know, whatever. That's a totally different story. But I basically, I just had a rough year. You know what I'm saying? And it is now, today is December 31st. It's like, what time is it? It's like my alarm's still going off. It's constantly reminding me until I stop it. But I'm not going to stop it because I don't want to finish this video and then forget to take it. But bottom line, I mean, I don't know. Life hits hard. So whatever you set out to do, I mean, honestly, don't let life stop you from doing whatever you want to do. That's basically what it boils down to. Just because you decide to build a business, or just because you decide to become an entrepreneur, or just because you decide to get serious and finish school, or go after that job you want, doesn't mean life is going to stop and give you the perfect path straight up to whatever it is you want. It's going to be zigs, it's going to be zags. And personally, if you read my story, then you know that I feel like I was tempered in steel. So I feel like it ain't much that can happen that I'm not prepared for. I feel like that's one of the things I'm grateful for in my childhood. It taught me a lot of things that, it made me tough mentally. It made me tough mentally. I see a lot of people out there that the first little thing happened to them and it's the end of the world. Whereas my mind is programmed to, okay, that's what happened. Now, what can I do about it? Like, what parts of this do I control? And what can I do about it? A lot of people don't think like that, and I get it. Everybody was brought up a different way. You can only see the world through your eyes. I get that. I truly do. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened to me. And I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm over it. I don't think I'll ever be over it. I mean, come on, it's your mom's. When you lose your mom, especially coming from my background, my situation, it's rough. But with that being said, you got to move forward. And moving forward, I know on here I call myself Digital DIY Geeks, but I'm gonna go back to the Strategic Marketing Geek because honestly, I had some time to think, and I really want to do something more than just be a how-to person. I want to teach you how to truly build a business, and in building a business, there's certain things that's required, such as your mindset. You have a lot of people out there who go through something like what I went through, or who go through something even worse, and they can't take it. Or you have somebody who go through less than what I went through, and they can't take it, they quit. Or they put up an ad and the ad don't get traffic and they quit. Or Google tell them that they got to change their whole website like they did with me because it's not in compliance and they quit. So I really want to show you what it's really going to take for you to be able to build a business that you love, that you enjoy, that you would be proud to show your family that you're building. So because of that reason, I'm rebranding this channel as the Solopreneur Cafe, because honestly, I want to talk more about entrepreneurial things and not just about how-to things. And I also want to go back to Strategic Marketing Geek versus Digital DIY Geek. When I came up with Digital DIY Geek, it was me basically thinking about, it's too many people out here buying the done for you systems. Instead, they need to, I want them to get excited about, building a DIY business, a do-it-yourself business. So that's where that thought process came from. But a lot of people didn't catch it, didn't get it. And I found myself always explaining it. So with Strategic Marketing Geek, everybody know I'm a marketer. I think strategically, and I geek out on this stuff. It's self-explanatory. So I'm going back to the Strategic Marketing Geek, and I'm going to keep Digital DIY Geek up. That's going to still be where my home is for About Me. So if you haven't read that story, then you can go to digitaldiygeek.com and you'll see my full story there. I'm actually going to be updating it to include the 2018, and it's going to actually be a run on every year of, just updates. So it's going to be a continued story because obviously my story is continuing. So yeah, that's pretty much what's going on. That's pretty much what happened. I do want to get more consistent with posting. So I think I have it set up to where I'm going to be doing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. However, if you go to the channel, I put up the banner already, so you'll be able to see the times I'm posting on the banner. I'm going to do my best to make sure that it's posted up early in the day, so that way you have all day, at the very latest that evening. Just depends on how things go. So yeah, that's it. I don't know what number vlog this is, but this video is going to be in a vlog session. And honestly, if nothing else, I just want you to take away, when you set out to do something, things ain't going to always work out ideally. Life is going to hit you around. Life is going to smack you around. And sometimes life is going to give you a gut punch where it might put you on your knees. But at the end of the day, it's what you decide to do. As long as you get up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. The best thing about it is once you've gone through something rough or something hard or something you perceive to be difficult, going forth, a lot of other things that you go through, you're going to look back at that time you thought was super hard and realize whatever obstacle you got to overcome now, it's not that bad. It's super easy. So with that being said, I hope you really take away that, just because you're an entrepreneur doesn't really mean life is going to step to the side and let you do what you need to do to be successful. You still got to work at it. You still got to put in the work. And I'm a split example of that. I literally quit my job, 3-4 weeks later, if that, my mom's wind up going into the hospital. No, I wound up going into the hospital. And 2 months later, my mom in the hospital to the point where I lose her. And then, look, life isn't always, I guess, fair, but it's life. So, yeah, with that being said, this is Strategic Marketing Geek, and I'll catch you in the very next video. Till next time.